Hmm? Oh. Alright. So, I am broadcasting as I get my ideal day and vision put together. Um, I'm hoping audio's doing good. And I'm just gonna try to be on here for as much as I can. I'm always afraid to get on here. Like, I won't know what to say, what to do. I'll bore people. Pretty confident always about being on for yoga because I'm totally confident about that. And I see that, hey, Mark, is it Marksa? Is your name Mark and then SA for your initials? Who knows? Age? What about it? Alright, so I'll say another thing real quick. I have two screens because, actually three. So the one that the camera's on, is the screen is black because I stepped on it. Like, no, I put the bed, fold out bed on it in Texas, and it broke the screen. So anyway, that's the one with the video cam. So that's why I'm not really looking directly at you. I'm looking at a monitor, which is what I'm going to have my work on, and then I'm going to have your discussion on the TV monitor hooked up to all these three. So, if my attention isn't always with the discussion, I apologize. I'm going back and forth, kind of working. And if there's something I'm working on that you want to see and you want me to share the screen with, make sure to just include that, If you want to be a guest, heck yeah. I'd love to have someone as a guest today. Anyway, I see, like, I just started, and so I have Marksa on here, which I'm calling you Marksa. It's probably Mark, right? But you first. If you say yours, I will do mine. Mr. Nice Guy. Oh my gosh, I called somebody that today in my head, but then I didn't actually call it, say that to him, because it's always kind of used sarcastically. So let's make that not be sarcastic. Hey, Mr. Nice Guy, come on. It better be, oh, Mr. Nice Guy. Flapjack, alright. Becoming a fan. Love it. I need like 800 more. Actually, way more even than that. And I get like a couple a day maybe. But hey, I won't take that for granted. Love the heart. I'm doing alright. Surprisingly. How are you doing? Leeches in the body. Oh, Casey Mo. So I'm actually in Missouri, which is right next to Kansas. It's really confusing. How did they ever, be like, it's a good idea to name this city Kansas City, even though it extends into Missouri over the river? Let's just call it that. Why don't they just name it a city that's different than the two? So that way people don't get all confused. No, but that reminds me, I gotta learn, what's the deal with Snapchat and Instagram? Okay, maybe it seems like, that totally seems like I'm an old fogey, or I shouldn't be on social media. I don't really understand Snapchat and Instagram. What are the other ones? I just kind of started with the Twitter deal. It's more of like a shyness, I guess. Not really shyness, but I kind of need a full-time job, and I don't want to ever really not be myself. Okay, I really need to read the discussion too instead of just ooh. Alright, so I don't have Snapchat. That's goal is to really get to working well with Snapchat and everything. So I gotta open up a Snapchat account, if you want to like explain to me what that is, hey, be my guest. Really, get my guest queue. No, I'm just, and you can also like, include it in the discussion. I need to keep up with the discussion. So, and I really like the participation. It's weird because it's not even 8 a.m. yet here, and so I'm like, wasn't expecting that. But anyway, cool. I'm loving the love. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I was on here. I've been on here for quite a while, and on my days where I don't talk to anybody, okay, that's kind of a bad sign. Especially like that first really started with me when I was in like the 7th grade, which was the first like year in junior high. I don't think I talked to anybody, and that was like the year that I became like really introverted, and not like in elementary school when I was younger. I was like really, I guess you would say, social and popular, and I was like the only one who was dating in the class. And then something happened to where I became really like withdrawn, And sometimes I just feel like I lose my voice. And what I have to say does not matter. Like, it's a piece of, like, nobody gives a rat's patootie. But anyway, I'm talking. And once I get talking, that's pretty good. And this is the best time for me to talk because I'll wake up and I got, like my bulletproof coffee. Yesterday I ran out of coffee for a while. I can't really afford it. So, what I did and what I do and what I'm not proud of and what I should feel like thank God I'm not in jail for, is I'll take like the little packets that are $1 and I'll just take them because they're easy to do and they just kind of go with my coupons. Anyway, did I just confess that? Damn it. Now don't do that. Anyway, not perfect, but the Italian espresso. I like to think like the espresso flavor has more of the strength to it, or like the caffeine power, which I'm pretty not sensitive to. It's like caffeine has the opposite effect on me, really, because I'm already kind of like a high energy lady. But it's always like, I think that it's always, and coffee's really good for you. Antioxidants, baby. I don't have like a big coffee maker. I've got like the single serve, so I just lost my light. No, I was bad in that one too. But this is my sad lamp, and I'm gonna say, wah! Okay, dang it. That's too bad. Hopefully it settles down. I'll explain to you the sad lamp if I can remember. Brazilian. Oh, my phone is ringing. Whatevs. I bet it's Capital One calling saying that I haven't paid my credit card bill. How many? It's like 4 months now. That's not good. Haven't paid Bank of America card. Or let's discover. Got my car repossessed. Yes, I need a job. I would like to think that this is a job, but it hasn't worked out so well. Don't really have enough to get there. More of a loser than I like to think. Anyway, if you're not a partner, that doesn't mean that you're not a loser, but if you're not a partner, that doesn't mean that you're not a loser. If you're not a partner, that doesn't mean you are a loser. Just that I am. I'd still be one if I became partner. I just wouldn't have to steal coffee. And I wouldn't have to, like, worry about groceries. And I wouldn't be so thin. Anyway. So, That's the second person who asked if I had Snapchat. And okay, so getting back with the discussion, sorry, and I hope I go back, I'm all over the place. IRMA. Irma. Oh yeah, because Flapjack, you're from Brazil. I don't know, I'm from the middle of the country, and that's in Florida. All I know is Irma. Is that the Florida one? I'm not sure what the Texas one is. Oh my god, the Texas one. Oh my gosh. Sorry. Love you guys. I feel like I just moved back from there. Actually, I moved back in 2015, but that's where I lived and was the most, I think, significant memories of my life. Anyway, I lived in a trailer with my dad, who shot himself in the head. I don't know why I just sung that. It's just hard to say. Anyway. So then I ended up living in the trailer all by my lonesome. And then I thought, like, I got a job here, really good one at Black and Beach, which is, like, an amazing company. And they're like, yeah, hundreds and hundreds of applicants were interviewed or whatever. And then, like, we did phone interviews and stuff. And they were like, it's between you and one other person now. And then the recruiter was like, I'm pretty sure you've got it, and so it was all this blah, 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 blah time. And they're like, yeah, they just want to meet you in person. So, packed up everything. Packed it up. I was like, I'm not coming back. Except I was going to get the good job and afford to have Tigger sent to me. Which was my cat. Who ran away the day that I was moving. So I was like, he comes back. Because it was in the trailer park. And the guy who was supposedly gonna fix up the trailer and sell it and all that kinds of stuff, just like stole it. What is? I got the title. I don't know how he did that, but my name's not on the title. Anyway, that's enough about Texas. So I moved back. I had the interview. Since then, obviously, I never even heard from him. That sucks. It's not because they just met me and saw what I look like or whatever, because we had a lot of video, like, interviews and stuff, and I did it with, like, everyone at the top of the company. Jokes. Anyway, okay, so. What I was saying about Snapchat, I gotta learn about it, if you want to, like, instead of me Googling it and getting off task again, you want to just, like, tell me a little bit about it. What's the deal with Snapchat? And the best way to, like, get going with that, then what it's, like, really good for, let me know on here. Yeah, I need a boyfriend. My gosh, that'd be sweet. Oh, because I was thinking, there's this new show, and I have not tried online poker. Man, I have a hard time, like, being at the computer and stuff. This is a little better than normally when I'm just, like, going through coupons or some kind of stupid wasting time. You might consider this wasting time, but how about we consider this work? That'd be sweet to be a YouTube star. I kind of have put stuff on YouTube that should be taken off now. Should never have been put on. It's like, put something people actually will get use out of. So the same thing. But every day like this transfers over to YouTube, which is just because I don't want to, well, it's the only way I can really, like, record it and then go back and edit. Like, I want to be able to have, like, the blooper reel, because I've had some pretty awesome bloopers. The one I have now is my monkey walk bloopers, where, like, I'm in a handstand, and then, like, my arms just give out, or I slip or something, and I fall flat, like, I'm upside down, handstand, walking on my hands, and then all at once it's like, flat on the ground. I didn't get hurt, because, it was like a board, but it's pretty sweet. Keeping up. Oh, and thank you for the comments on Nice Eyes. Oh, and guys, I totally become your fan. Not just guys. I mean, gals. Anybody. So whoever, like, fans me, I go back after I'm done, like, broadcasting, because obviously it's hard for me to multitask, that I will, anyone who's my fan, I definitely am your fan. So I go through that. So yeah, made a lot of YouTube yoga videos. I don't really make the cooking videos that much. Kind of need stuff to cook with. And I need to clean the kitchen. And my bedroom. And the backyard. Oh my gosh. And the whole house and the yard. Whew. Alright. Okay. So, real quick. There's some things that I have to do every single day. Obviously, I do not miss a day of yoga with the monkey, and I consider the monkey walks part of yoga. And it's more of like a superstition of I do 58, and that number is significant in yes, like it comes up a lot with me, 58, because like I'm closest with my mom, who I take care of now. Yes, I live with my mother, but yeah, that's why I need like a boyfriend. And anyway, that's the goal. Do not want to talk about my loserness. Anyway, she was born in 1958. Anyway, and for those of you who are wondering what year I was born, no, it wasn't 1958. Oh my gosh, and definitely I look a lot older than I should right now because of I need to gain weight. But, oops, I had like, yeah, I need to cut my hair. Anyway, last person who cut my hair was a high schooler. Oops. And that was last year. Eeks. What was I saying? Oh yeah, 58 will come up a lot. My mom was born in 58 and I was born in 85. Yeah, I just gave that. And people are like, oh my god, she's not 100. She's so old. But tune in and stay tuned in. And I'm in a challenge to get it's the bodybuilding.com challenge right now that just started today. It's like it's called Mission Possible. Pat's Mission. Anyway, it's a 16-week like challenge, and the winner, whoever loses the most weight or percentage of their body weight, is the winner. But I'm going to contest that. I am going to plead that it's not about how much you lose. It's about going to that sweet spot, where you are healthiest, you're at your ideal. And for me, that's in about 30 pounds. The opposite direction of where, so I'd be like the biggest loser on that, in the way of, I'm not losing weight, in the way of, I'm like actually losing because I'm going negative, whereas if you lose weight, you're going positive. So anyway, it's like a total, what would you say, it's not oxymoron, it's not really a conundrum, it's just total opposites in action. We'll say, okay, so we got people watching, some people, I love the engagement right now, like you guys talking with me, and I'm sorry I haven't been like reading with it more, so keep it up. And thank you for saying I'm attractive enough to find a partner. And I need to be a partner. And I need you as a partner. We all need partners. And I need a business partner. I'm thinking this girl Amber Dale from high school, but I'm very nervous to ask. And the business, if I give it away, it's almost like I need to copyright it. Yeah, it's like good of an idea. I'll share it anyway. Don't steal my idea. Okay, so the business is Party Yoga. So all one word, Patryoga. Yeah. And what we do is like me and my business partner, which I think that it should, well, I'd love to have my sister in there too, but I really think Amber DL is going to be the best one. And she is a photographer. She is my old high school co-captain of the cheerleading squad. She's amazing, and she's one of my best friends, and she still is. And that's true. That's the worst she can say is no. Actually, the worst is, like, I become stupid and, like, mess up the company or something. I don't know. She lives so far. I mean, it seems like it's so far. And my car was just taken away. I'm so trapped here. And I, like, found a bike on the curb, and I just realized it's completely broken. And it is for someone who's, like, 10 years old. And the tires are flat. And there's a U-lock on it that I can't get off. Anyway, so I haven't really biked anywhere. And the car that I have driven is my mama's car, which sucks. It's a 1999, and it's a Honda that doesn't start unless you give it about 20 attempts and you rev the engine. So it's either the starter or the battery. And it's not here Monday, Wednesdays, or Fridays. She goes all the way out to my brother's with it. So anywhere I go, I basically have to walk. And that would be sweet. I really have, like, no money. Seriously, like, nothing. That's why I have the steel packets of coffee. Normally protein, but right now, since I'm also starting the, like, Body for Life challenge, and gonna plead the opposite thing, too. About, you know, not about weight loss. Ideal weight. Anyway, that the battery for our car isn't that cheap to replace. It's like $100, and for me, that's not cheap. It needs to be like a quarter. Oh, and it's not a Fitbit, and I can't really sell it because someone gave it to me, and it's a Garmin cheap one. So I think it's like a kid one. So, yeah, I don't have like a heart rate monitor to go with it or anything. But I do want to open like an online store and sell like my grandma's old stuff. Because I don't have really anything to sell that's worth whatever stuff for me. I just got something so that way audio works on here. Yeah. But I had it like, I put it on the credit card and then, damn it. Am I gonna get myself in trouble again? Because the credit card, I mean, it was $10, but then I had to report it as somebody stole my credit card. Damn it. Yeah. Evidence for the courtroom. Oh, what skills do I have? I ain't got none. Okay. If you can believe it, I have a master's degree in counseling psychology earned from the University of Kansas. I could have, if I didn't quit like 99% of the way into it. And I was at Portland State University in Oregon in industrial organizational psychology. And 2 years into it, I was done with everything. I had a pretty good GPA. All of my classes were good. I was wrapping up thesis project, all that jazz, and got hit by a car on a bike, and was like, I'm the dumbest one here, and my grandma was dying of pancreatic cancer, and I just got in, who was my boyfriend at the time, but he was in Kansas. He was more of a friend. He came and picked me up, and I just moved home. started over and I did personal training, and I made a lot of money as that. But it's really hard to be a personal trainer when you don't want to have them be like, I want to be as thin as you, because I want to be like, no, you do not. I want you to be healthy. So it's like, that's definitely more of like a moral thing. But personal training is something I'm pretty good at. And somehow that's going to mesh with like the counseling part as well, because should be, you should love your body, baby, no matter what. And what was I saying? If you're like happy, you won't do bad things to it, and you won't be like overweight, or you won't like feel like you don't deserve to the groceries or to buy anything for yourself. So anyway, oh my gosh, how are you guys like reading my, like, do I have my vision board behind me or something? Because yeah, like totally want to do the book thing, and that's why usually every single day my thing is I wake up and I'll journal for like a long time, and I want it to like become part of like the memoir or whatever. But then also after I do that, I'm like, oh, I've been sitting on my ass for too long, and I'm like, all, when I'm fatigued, I'm negative, and I'm like, I just gotta get out of here. And that's why when I go out and do yoga. And so that's kind of why I've skipped this part. But, maybe we can consider this my like video journal almost at the same time, and I won't hide anything, and I'll be like open and transparent. And it's being recorded via YouTube, so I'll have it to, keep a log of, and I can always like write. And I write, actually I'm a terrible writer when it comes to like thinking, if you're going to critique it and all that kinds of stuff, like formatting and blah, 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 ELA, correct English. But, I think like the best books and stuff are just like speaking like a person, like, with your own voice. And so if there's mistakes in there, let's consider that like not a typo. Let's just be like, that's just my personality coming out, and I can do whatever I want with the English language. And that's true, like editors and stuff. But yeah, I fear rejection, like big time, I guess. So I guess when you think that if I ever get to that part, which it'd be sweet to have, why not have the book be one of the goals too, by the end of the challenge. So which is basically the end of the year is the end of that challenge, the book will be done. So it's like, well, I'll probably I will lose the actual contest, because I'm not even gonna go for that criteria. God, let's hope not, because if I lose, like, I'm trying to gain 30 pounds and I'm like not even 80, so if I go the opposite direction, which is actually a starting point, transparency, I just said I would be, that starting one is 73. Ridiculous. Oh my god, that's disgusting. So I just don't really, I like to eat socially, and I don't have any, like, I'm pretty much locked up. And so that's kind of one of my deals too, is like I really want to like set a good example. And like, my mom, I have meals with her and stuff, but she sleeps all day long unless she's going out to there, and she gets really upset with me a lot, and she eats terrible. And I want to do like the good stuff that like fuels your brain and your body and is the good fats and all that stuff. So blah blah blah. Yeah, companies format it, it's true. Oh, and I want to read more, just because like you know how people can doubt themselves? Duh, everybody does it. But I can be like overcritical and over analytical. So, like, how do I start it? And then I won't like the way I started. And then it's like, just go back and restart it. Whatever. Now's a better time than any, so yes, today I shall work and consider that the book shall be done. I will have gained 30 pounds of healthy, not all muscle, but, you know, really healthy weight. And I'll have my cheeks back, and I'll look a lot better and younger, and I'll feel better. My brain will work better. And I'll be a better personal trainer, and I will be here for you all if you ever need anything. And guys, like, oh yeah, so the personal training thing, so like certified and like totally interested in it. And I was a really good gymnast. I give myself kudos for I was a good gymnast when I was little, but it means like you kind of had to be into working out and stuff, which it was like there was a lot of negativity at home, and my parents went through a really bad divorce. My mom went through a really bad depression, which she never actually got rid of. But and my brother was really mean to me. My sister, even though I love him, but peanut butter and whole milk, yeah, not very good with dairy, and that I'm kind of allergic to peanuts. And then, like, almonds I can do better, but those are so dang expensive. It's not really the almonds, it's almond butter. Shit. Stop staring off into space, me. But, and that's true. It takes time. And there, like, when I'm thinking about, like, okay, how should I start making money right now? But I was like, man, this would be sweet. Like, let's just get it rolling, and, you know, you don't make money right away on this. It's been almost like a year. I broadcasted every single day, but 2. But, yeah, skip the peanut butter. And the whole milk, because that kind of makes me, like, not good. What I need to be able to afford is like coconut oil, and they say, like, even now on the news, it's like, no, don't do coconut oil, but because it has so much saturated fat, so it's like, give it to me. But also, you know what, coconut oil is really good. It's always in my coffee now, which is kind of a big deal for me. In my bulletproof coffee. Some people do real butter, but, like, that's me trying to stay away from, like, the whole dairy. I have a hole puncher in my hand for some reason. So yeah, I put, and I measure because I like it always the same. Superstition. So, 5 grams of coconut oil. Is it grams? Yeah. And it's supposed to be really good for your brain. The fats are supposed to fuel the brain, because your brain's supposedly fueled by fat. I guess sugar also works for the brain, but then it also causes you to crash, and it causes arteries to clog. And with me, yeah, it just makes me go up and down, and definitely get massive headaches and stuff, so that's not good for me to gain weight. Sugar, I gotta go the good fat way. I put chia seeds in my protein shake. Chia seeds are really expensive. Yeah, confession. I actually say that they're flax seeds when I go to the checkout, because those are a lot cheaper. Whatever. Do that with whey protein when I can find it in the bulk section. So right now I'm having whey protein from, like, expired in 2006. Whatevs. Better than nothing. And they're in packages that don't have bugs in them, so still gonna do it. The Dollar Tree. You know what? I live in within walking distance of the Family Tree. No, Family Dollar. But milk there is $4. Peanut butter there is more expensive than the grocery store as well. And those are always like the old stuff too, and smaller, and full of like trans fats. Sometimes I wish I didn't know so much about nutrition because it makes me stay away from the foods that maybe I just shouldn't just suck it up. Yeah. But I've noticed like there's a Dollar General that I could walk there. I mean, it's probably a good 6 mile walk, but like not just to there. I mean, there and back. But I really didn't notice the prices were any better. I usually end up buying like junk or too much, and then it's like horrible trying to get home with all that stuff or wasting money there. Ugh, bad view, sorry. Yeah. I actually go to the pantry once a month, and they just give you crap that is like white bread. Like, that's not gonna do it. I should be more appreciative. Thank you for those who donate there. But people donate like cake mix, and it's like, no. Oh my gosh, my foot's asleep. Ah! Holy moly, Fojos. Ah! I'm sitting cross-legged. You guys ever have that happen? And I've noticed that if you put your feet over your head, then the tingling and everything, and even the numbness part goes away. Right now, I can't even move that foot or the toes. They're so asleep. That's why I don't like sitting like those. Anyway, the goal is to get this like room. It's more of like a studio than like a trash pit. So, and have my workstation be where like I'm standing, or like on that medicine ball that like works your core, and just keep blood flowing. That's kind of what I'm doing, just kind of like move around here and stuff too, because I fall asleep. And like freelance work and stuff, that'd be sweet. And I like to be outside and active and everything, but it's like any type of manual labor is like for a man, or heavy lifting kind of stuff, or you need, I don't know. And my stuff would be, why can't it be like, that's why I'm trying to have it be yoga outside. Oh, there goes the light again. It's on a timer. Oh, see, I look really old now. Tune in and as week by week goes. By the end of 2017, I will have won 2 contests because I will have gotten that healthy way based on their progress, whatever. Data entry. Right? What? See, I'm not very good with customer service because I'm like really awkward on the phone. That's a good idea, Kickstarter. See, I really don't want to do the business thing alone, because I know my strength, but I also know my weakness. So the strengths, there's not much, but it's like really good at yoga and, you know, being passionate about stuff and like listening to other people, you know, and catering to, you know, what they're looking for. So that's why it's like with the party yoga, I can make it be for like a girls' night, a fun night, you know, and, you know, they can design, their own goodies, and we can like bake them and bring them and all that kind of stuff, and then that can be like an extra charge, but also it could be like a couples thing where it's like a time to grow closer together, or to learn yoga together and connect that way. Um, it could also be like you need a babysitter, you need your kids to get in shape, or to calm the shoot down. um, or you need a birthday party that's not like, you know, paint everywhere and all that kinds of stuff. It's just like kids learning and having a good time with it. Don't get a clown. Hire me and we'll come in, and they get their own, like, as party favors, they can have like mats, a yoga mats or something to do with that. And if it's like a group that wants to get healthy, it could be like healthy recipes, and we bring them and we teach them, and or they can like, get personal training from me. That'd be a good selling point. Anyway, so there's like a lot of jazz going on there. But I want to like have a good like presentation and reconnect with Amber, because Amber, so she was like teaching, and she lives like probably over an hour away by car. Damn, that's in my hometown. But she is really good at photography. She kind of like started up her own photography business. I'm not sure like if she's still working with that, if she like quit it or whatever, but she's lived with cystic fibrosis, and she's still like one of the healthiest people I know, and she's like getting more fit and all that jazz, so she's an inspiration. But she found out not just recently, but it's been just a little bit of time, her husband had been cheating on her for 4 years, and I thought like here she had this perfect life, she was teaching, she had kids and was married and home and all that stuff, and then she tells me that, and I'm like, oh my goodness, I'm not the only one having a hard time, whatever. But she's one of the few who I've opened up to. And you know what? Her dad did the same thing. He didn't actually shoot himself. And I don't know if she wants me to disclose that. He took his life as well. So she's one of the few who I can relate to on that. And she like just started dating, and I went on the first date, and I actually think like he might have this link, but I doubt he watches it. But I went on the first date I've been on for like 2009, like 8 years. No, I guess I went in Texas, which doesn't even count. Like I was a dummy, but I just had the guts, and is actually somebody, disclosure, who like pays for an account on Match.com, and I don't pay for one. I just get like curious, I guess, and yeah, I have like, I don't even have a bio on there, but I'm on it. That's how people meet nowadays, right? Whatever. So he had emailed me. I stood him up the first time. We were supposed to go to like some German restaurant on the plaza. I didn't go. And I do feel bad about that. Don't stand people up like me. And I didn't do it because like, I just did it because I'm like, why waste gas and go there and waste his time and the whole rejection. But then he was so willing to take me out. So we came out here, and by that time my car was repossessed, which was a couple of weeks ago. I thought Tinder was like purely to meet for physical activity. That's not what I need to do. But I do want to have a baby. That doesn't go together. Okay, so what was I saying? Oh yeah, about the date. So I was like, it's not too bad, you know. Then like he stopped talking to me, made me feel more like a loser. But I'm pretty sure like having really bad credit, place that I live, being at this weight and having no money isn't the most like attractive quality. Especially he's like in sales and all that. He wants his money. Not all, but that's what his big focus is always on. He says even though I make a lot of money, like he makes over 100 grand, he's like I always want to make more, and it's always like that's why his job is so stressful. I was like, shut up. Yeah. But and thank you for that compliment about not being ugly. So I totally understand that the way I look now can improve and will. And that a lot of people on here think like it's eating disorder and I want to be thin and all that kinds of stuff. And obviously, like if you've been listening for a little bit, that I'm actually totally against that, and that's why I'm not doing what I'm probably best at, which is personal training, because I don't want to have people want to like I started first losing weight, and it was basically on accident. I had my gallbladder out and something was going on, and whatever. I was working at gym and people are like, oh, you're looking so good, and I'm like, because I'm sick of, like, and sick as in I have Crohn's, and that hadn't been diagnosed yet, and we didn't know it. We didn't know why I was getting sick, but I was losing weight, and not on purpose, and it just made me so mad. It's like, no, it's not about losing weight. It's about letting your body be where it wants to be, as long as you are treating it well, and you're happy, and you move to have fun, and exercise is fun, and you love it, not as a means to lose weight. Anyway, I need to stop ranting about that. Exactly. That's the ideal. Is like maybe like if I met my soulmate now, and this is like, we consider this hopefully my worst, then it's like I won't be afraid that he'll stop loving me if I lose or gain weight, or if I have or don't have money, it's that true love thing. So now might be the best time to meet him. Actually, anytime with at this point, I'm just like, I'm hoping that there is an ideal, like a soulmate out there for me, because I thought I would have met him by my early 20s, but you know what, I was wrong. So, I better work on this. So, yeah, the must of the day, which I get from anybody who watches Tony Robbins, like on YouTube. He's a motivational speaker, and I'm totally, like, kind of over it now, but I think I've just convinced myself that I'm a big loser. But you should really have positive people, and really the biggest influence right now is somebody who's very negative, and I would say, has rubbed off on me way too much, and it's too much control over me. And I mean, it's like, okay, so it's like my mom, which my dad shot himself. I'm like, oh my god, I need to take care of people. And my brother won't talk to me. A really bad thing happened when my dad died. And my sister really doesn't want to have anything to do with me, even though I love her. And her little girl, I think I love them more than anything in the whole wide world. Like, my heart just, like, never felt that way. Oh, they're so cute. But, so it's like I'm a caretaker for this lady, but she kind of like destroying me. Whatever. And I say this lady, Mama. So, where was I? Oh yeah, positive stuff. So like that Tony Robbins thing, and I know it's just like videos and YouTubes or whatever, but it has a big impact on me. And he knows what he's talking about. I really like him. I also like Craig Ballantyne or whatever. I'm not a big fan of like watching his videos, but I'm always likely to like read his emails and stuff, and he's a really good writer. He's got good stuff to say. Where was I? Oh yeah, so the must. It's that bulletproof coffee. And it's usually journaling. We'll consider this as a must of having that journal. I also will like have a chance, or the must will be like to put together what I call program, safety plan, whatever. So it's like documenting progress, because that would be pretty sweet. And it's especially important now because, I mean, last minute I finished that whole registration thing with like the before pictures. And masculine, what does that mean? Is that a mix between masculine and muscular, or is that a typo? I'm gonna say it's a typo. Oh, and it's actually with a B. So Major America is Ballantyne. So Ballentine. He used to call himself like Early to Rise or something. But then that became like a website that I also get articles from now. So he just goes by his name. But thank you for not saying I'm not a loser. And China, totally, but not doing it. And I would love to be your trainer if you want to do it like virtually too, because I can program really well. Got some great workouts put together. Got some like, hey, join me in the challenge. And every day I want to I have my, must workout, which is like those 58 monkey walks and the power hour yoga, and that totally works well for me. But I also want to have some fun and learn. And so maybe, that would be a great thing to broadcast if I had if I worked on my studio, cleaned it up. I need to do that today. And if I really become like mornings are good for me, yoga's really good for me. I tend to get up too early and get too excited, and then that's after 5 hours of sleep, and I know I need more sleep, so then I get all cranky, and then after a nap is I'm really negative Nancy and kind of lose focus. So I need to consider every day is actually 2 days. So if I do the nap thing, then it's okay, day 1. And then when I wake up if I actually do fall asleep, then it's okay, let's start fresh, just like I did day 1, but now it's a new day, instead of waking up being oh crap, I don't want to do that stuff that I was gonna do. And then it's just like, end up messing everything up. So I'll just have to put it all together when I wake up the next day. Because in the morning, that's when I can actually do positive stuff. So that's changing. Whatevs. And totally, it's like the schedule thing I've totally mapped out, and I get way too design a graphic. Oh my gosh, my leg is so. I don't like sitting, because then even like my whole body becomes numb. But on the schedule, it's like it almost seems to become pointless. And I think it's that problem with midday, that I don't follow it, and I get really mad about myself, and so that's kind of like, well, I'm avoiding that part now too, and even like following this, because it's like, okay, an hour on here would be great, and then I actually have to I definitely have to get up and move, but I don't want to like waste your time, and I have to like move away from the cam. It'd be sweet if I had one of those like security cams that worked as a webcam that kind of did it, but no, I got lots to clean. So that's kind of another part of the thing. Journal for 2 hours. Yeah, so part of the schedule, definitely the must, is that yoga, and I try to get it in the sunshine. When the sunshine is on my outdoor studio, which is actually the deck, which is just like a very small frame of the day, because there's like the house, and then the sun comes over it about noon, and then there's a huge tree in the way, and I need that like sunshine, that energy, vitamin D. Even though I had just melanoma diagnosed, and this huge scar on my back, still love the sunshine. Hey, sunscreen, don't ever forget it. And it's actually, it doesn't have to come from the sun. Just saying, it's not all my fault. So, there's the yoga that has to come, and that's usually about I can only wait till 11:30, and the sun is just kind of getting on the porch, and it's almost like it would be best if I could wait even longer, but I can't. I need it. I want to do it so bad just right now. I want to do it all day, every day. I don't want to do anything else, but there's only so many yoga poses. And so, yeah, it's like wake up. I actually pray, and that's kind of like I'll close, get out of that sleeping state, and the real visioning and listening to God, what do you want me to do today? It's really clearing my head, and I think that's why I can be positive. Then it's I'll journal after I feed the cats, and then I kind of gotta do something, get the stuff I messed up from yesterday, get all that moving around. Then it's oh my gosh, I gotta get out of here, this house stinks. I'll get out and do yoga, and then it's just I'll meditate, and then it's just make my protein shake, and then it's just what do I gotta do? There's so much to do, and I'll start stuff and I won't finish it, and then it's oh, I'm tired, 5 hours of sleep, I should lay down a little longer, and then I'll get up and I'm all negative Nancy and nothing happens. Well, that's pathetic. So yeah, I really that's kind of why it's the schedule, the safety plan. I don't know if you guys have been to the website called I think it's 40day.com or something like that. But it's like at the big thing is called like the promise. It's like after 40 days, if you commit to your promise and you're devoted to it and you pray and you do all this like scripture stuff that's on there, then a miracle happens, or the miracle of whatever you ask God for happens. It's like for sure. And it's like, no, God's not going to guarantee anything. Haven't you learned that in life? But you can ask for it and you can believe in Him, and ultimately you just got to trust. And it's like we say Him. When I think of God, I think of a purple flower for some reason. Maybe from one of my favorite books was The Color Purple, and when she's outside and being like, God can be a she because men were really abusive to her, or it can be the color of this flower. So that's kind of what I put two and two together with. We don't know yet, and we don't have to until our day comes. Where was I? Oh, so the promise. So yeah, I'm really good with how it starts. Once again, I do that bulletproof coffee every day. I do those 58 monkey walks. I missed 2 in the past, I started not this summer, but the summer before. So that is not something I miss. And same with the Power Hour yoga. What else do I do every single day? That protein shake. That's not I'll steal it to make sure I stay committed to it, which don't steal. But that's how seriously I am into it. I want to get in 1,000 steps a day because walking is really good for you and gets me outside, fresh air and stuff. But sometimes that just doesn't happen because I feel trapped because of that lady. I'm not supposed to, because walking doesn't make you... Okay, so I used to run marathon. It was a minimum of 8 miles a day. I don't run anymore yet until I'm at a good weight to do it, which is another perk about getting there. But I worry about walking sometimes too. It's like leaving and then coming back. I don't know, it's that agoraphobia thing that my mama's got, and she better stop running off on me on... Oh, thanks. I'm totally going to become your fan. Is that a cucumber? I love cucumbers. It's hard to keep those babies fresh, but I think I had one yesterday. Got that from the pantry. Thank you. That's one of the good things they gave us. So, Kansas City. Yeah, they're all about, money. Oh, okay, what? Oh, yeah, and it's and must is this whole deal is staying... Okay, so this should be a must, right? And this isn't wasting time. Hopefully this gets me somewhere. Gotta consider it not wasting time. And since it's Monday, is it Monday? Yeah, she's not home. Meaning Mom. But if she were to hear me and stuff, weird, and she would just not comfortable with being myself like that. Anyway, doing this, and then, man, it would be pretty sweet to be a realtor, but you have to get your real estate license and pay for that or whatever. I mean, Keller Williams' office is just right there. I was man, I wonder if I can get a scholarship deal or something, whatevs. But it's we gotta flip this place, this isn't the place, in my grandma's, and so it's pretty old. It's a duplex. It is a duplex, but she had it real nice, but My mom's had 3 cats when I lived in Texas. Like, she never did litter boxes. Carpet destroyed. Oh, everything's like really bad. Needs replaced. So obviously don't have money to replace it and stuff to fix it. But I can do my best. Like, why don't I, do something with these walls? Learn how to, like, take off flowers. Like, really ugly flower patterns. And, paint the walls. Tear up the carpet and I don't know if I can really fix plumbing or flip a basement. That's pretty bad. Really do something with that yard. We don't own a lawnmower. We own a lawn reel, which is pretty sweet. I mean, if you know what a reel, R-E-E-L mower is, it's pretty much just like a blade with wheels, and it like just basically cuts the grass. So there's no engine to it or anything. You push it, but somehow, oops, the grass got to like almost my height, and it's pretty impossible to cut, and I get so frustrated. We'll get 3 pushes and cut like 2 inches, and then like it just gets all jammed up and stuff, and then I have to feel like I'm having a heart attack, and I throw it down. It's another thing I should do every day is like 20 minutes, and then eventually that entire yard will be cut. And once it is cut, yeah, with that, then it's like really easy to do and actually kind of fun. So the front yard's fun to do. There's not much of it, and there's a huge back jungle yard. Lots of weeds, a weed cutter. Lots of bugs, and I actually like put trash out the night before, and we have raccoons and like wild cats and stuff, and they got all into it and kind of grosses me out, and it's kind of hidden within the weeds. I need to really get that stuff picked up. So it's like, all I want to do is yoga. So once I get outside, just like get yoga going. I gotta do the lawn cutting, all that. Oh yeah, and I don't know, have you guys seen, hey, so like, are you from here? Or are you using Google? Babe, I wonder if I have to be trained in art therapy. I want to be trained in animal therapy. Sweet. Be an animal therapist. Not too sure how that works. Yes, but it can also kill your goals. Light, stop doing that. It's my side lamp. So what it has is over 1,000 lux, and when I first started, it's like my computer tries to adjust to, so, but it's really bright. It's over 1,000 lux, and it's supposed to help fight like depression, and it's called a sad lamp for seasonal affective disorder. It's supposed to combat that, which is like, Seattle has the highest suicide rate. One of the factors could be is they don't get that lux light that's the same kind of light that comes from the sun, but it doesn't damage, like doesn't have the UVs or whatever. But they've shown in research that lower activation of your frontal lobe correlates with depression, and so activate that part, which was what this form of light intensity does, and what the sun does. People in Seattle don't get. It's supposed to help fight depression. And so in Portland, I mean, that baby was pretty important. But that's another one of my musts, to have that and use it. And thanks y'all for who's becoming my fan and stuff, because and I come back on here when I'm not on broadcasting, and my fans. But clearly I'm not a multitasker, and I forget even what I'm talking about. So flipping the house is a must. I don't watch TV, really, except for reruns at the very end of the day of, like, Friends and Seinfeld. And I'm trying not to lose. Yeah. Major America, where are you from? Okay, anyway. Random. I'll check. That, becoming more confident in my writing or whatever. Like, let's focus on reviews. Especially, it's good to have stuff to be excited about. Who cares if it's TV? And new shows are coming out, let's get excited. That can be a part of the broadcast, where we review shows. And so one that I'm really looking forward to is, I did the whole, like, binge watching of Great News from NBC. And it's so funny. It's about, like, broadcasting, but yeah, it's for a TV channel, but who cares? But the mom is really funny, and it's a cute show. And so season 2 starts at the end of September, and I'm excited about that. NBC. Let's just do some reviewing about that on here, and then talking about it will help me write about it. And if you haven't been to my website, that's right, my website on here has, like, a personal password protected deal, which I go into, like, really, so, and I'll give it to anybody who asks for it, except if you're, like, my mom. I don't want to have see you're my brother, you know what I mean? So that's why, the only reason why I have, like, you have to ask for permission. But it's like, I need to call it SJ Journey. So SJ, my first and middle name, Sarah Jean. But it's just kind of like, I want to set a good example, you know. So I'm gonna be challenged and everything. Then you can see, we can relate. So if I want you to share, you know, with me, like, when I'm training, say I was your trainer, all this stuff, then, you know, you can see what I'm learning and going through too, you know, so we're in it together. I also do bloggingforbooks.com. They give you free books. Yeah, like hardbacks or whatever. And you get to choose, well, you get a certain number of titles that you can choose from, and you get to keep the book if you write a little review on it, and definitely review. So, the one that I just read, like, it looked interesting, is like The Dream-Centered Life, and I thought, like, I told him, into, like, the psychology ones, and I thought it was one of those, like, you know, get you in a positive framework, goal setting, all that kind of stuff, and, you know, getting your dreams realized. But it ended up basically being a lot about a guy who became a preacher, which is great. It was interesting, but all I really cared about was, like, growing the church he was preaching for. So he cared about the numbers and was, like, saying he's outward focused. So he's always, like, talking about his success being based off of that, and how he just asked God and certain things he did that helped him. I don't know, it was really, like, just what I don't want something I write to be like. But so basically it's just, like, a story about how he became a preacher, and, like, the cities he lived in, where he preached, and all this kind of stuff, and certain tactics he used to say that he became better. That and then he goes into habits of dreamers, and it's just like, okay, so I do, like, I don't think that's a problem. Yeah, people dream. The problem is like reality and the dream, you know. So big thing is to know the dream. Big thing for me too is like to stop questioning it, like I don't deserve it, or you know, I'm a fool for thinking that's actually possible. I should change that. Blah blah. You know, get over that. Just stop doing that. I just need to get that dream, and I have that dream, and have my actions align with that all day, every day, instead of just like, you know, how I mentioned, it's usually earlier in the day. I'm on bodybuilding.com, and I'm in a contest that just started today. But I work with bodybuilders, and I can make you a bodybuilder. But I'm totally don't consider myself, obviously. I mean, I need to build 25 more pounds of body on me. But I don't know. Whoa, this has been used a lot. I think I took it when I was substitute teaching. I've never really used it before. It's a whole bunch. A little circles on the side. I was thinking it'd be a good idea to organize like coupons and stuff with. Because obviously whenever I have to like buy cat food or anything, I need to have a coupon. These are going to end up everywhere. I need to make sure not to. So I need to be clean and tidy. And then I won't be so chaotic. So, and actually that came from Nicole. Nicole, you want to be a bodybuilder? Let's have you be a bodybuilder. You can be in those like bodybuilding shows if you want to. Have you ever watched the ones where they're like in bikinis? I don't think they still really do that anymore. And they're all like oiled up and all their veins are popping out and stuff, and they're doing like little like one-arm push-ups and doing all this like cheerleading kind of jazz stuff. Me neither. My native language. Okay, if you don't speak good English, this will help you hopefully improve. I bet you can do it better than I can. That's okay. And training nowadays, you know, does not have to be like just talk or via video. It can be like, I make posters on my website. You can see like I have Sun Salutation A. That poster is like the series of the first thing in yoga to get your body warm, the Surya Namaskaras. There's A and B, but I have at least the A poster on there, and it's just like a demonstration of each pose that you go through. Also, like, you know, obviously workouts, if you can read the word push-up, I won't have to like talk to you and show you and explain it to you. I can just be like, okay, do drop downs. And so what I'll mean by drop downs, you know, I can always type it instead, just talk out if you're not all into the English language and you need time to like translate that. So Switzerland. I mean, do you have your own language there? Like what? Because je parle français un peu, jusqu'à parce que I don't know what that means, just because, but it was, let's see, quand je suis être à l'école Je prends, wait, uh, je suis prêt, think I know. You speak German. I should. I'm more German than I'm nothing French. I mean, I don't think I have any French in me, but it's the language I took that you can't tell. But I think German and French are much closer than German and English. And you're doing very well at least typing in here, the German. Ooh, I said I was going to be on here an hour. See, that's the problem with my schedule thing. I need, like, that whole beep to go off. See, and this is kind of fun, but I should be moving and up, and I got so much to clean. Tomorrow's trash day, and she's gone, which I need to use this time to, like, get stuff up that I don't want her to know how much of a trash there is, just because even though it's her trash, she just goes off. Oh, also today I have an appointment. So I went through a little bit of, actually a lot of, like, the PTSD depression thing, after a traumatic experience, which I've already mentioned, that happened to my dad, and being there for that. That, yes, I do have my own, and I think therapists need therapists, but I have a psychiatrist, and I get to see him today. I really like this guy. I mean, he's pretty cool. I mean, it's like, he sees me for 5 minutes, but I think it's one of those things that, since my health insurance is like Medicare right now, that since it's covered, take advantage of it and do it, because not when I wasn't covered and I couldn't, then it was not fun. Thank you so much. And even from German. See, and you can even see on, like, the whole someone captured a moment when I was doing yoga, and then they're like, does she actually think she's beautiful, like, and all this kind of stuff, and I'm like, how would you know what I'm thinking? And, like, I hadn't even been talking for a while. You know, she just judged by the way, like, she saw me, and it was almost 100 degrees out, and clothes, like, when you do yoga, you don't want to be wearing stuff that, like, you know, you're doing all this kind of, like, stuff that gets in the way. So I like to do it in, you know, my sports bra and whatever. And it's not like, because I think my body's beautiful. It's, like, really disgusting right now. And the only reason I say that is because it's not a healthy weight. But, and the day before that, someone was like, she needs help. Like, what? No, I'm terrible. You know, like, judgmental city, but that isn't what's happening here, and I thank you. And it's actually like a positive judgment in a way, but, you know, only kindness matters. If you don't have anything nice to say, don't say it at all, so thank you so much for doing that. So, I need to have this finished, too. It's one of those musts, just hard to do when I'm talking to. It kind of, like, makes your mouth dry, coffee. And I'm losing my power. It's bulletproof, and so what makes it, like, kind of creamy like this, instead of just, like, black coffee, is that coconut oil I put in it. I also put a stevia thing in it. But, it's all mixed up and frothy when I make it, and I actually normally have been doing it iced. It's pretty cool when you do that, but when you make it hot too, it's good, but now it's not hot because I made it at, what, 6 a.m.? It is now 9:17. I think my neighbor's outside, and I talk really loud because it's hard to understand me anyway, and my equipment's a piece of junk, but I have to have my window wide open. My neighbor's on the duplex beside me. She just moved in. She already thinks I'm really weird. She seems really nice, though. But anyway, sorry, my mouth itches. Anything else? No. Okay, so and I did learn and download the software on how to like broadcast your screen and what you're working on. So that's actually was my intent, was to like be on here broadcasting and then move this over to here and kind of be in the discussion, but be working on like my design and business development and everything. But you know what, vocalizing it, I think it's helped big time too. I got to get this documentation and registration for the whole Body for Life challenge and that 16-week Mission Possible challenge on bodybuilding.com, because both of those I consider today day one. So I got follow with that, and like they also give me kudos for being like network socially, like how active you are with that. So via Instagram and like I mentioned earlier, whatever the hell that is. Does anybody like what's it good for? Because oh my gosh, ugh, that's another thing I gotta make a profile for and remember to do. Not get carried away with and neglect all my other ones. Because like I'm barely ever on Facebook, but I did make like a new one just for this kind of stuff, because I have one with like high school friends. I'm like, do I really want them to, or people like my old professors to really be included in this? No. Don't want my neighbors on seeing this, so I don't know. I don't have any friends on it yet because I just made a new profile on there. And I needed to do it too for someone on here who lives in Egypt. Omar. I wonder if you're still my biggest fan. I hope so. But anyway, he only could chat through Facebook, and mine like blocks everybody because somehow I configured some privacy setting to where I don't do that chat because I don't want people seeing it online. So sorry, just getting tired of sitting. Snapchat, maybe we can work on together, and you can help me like get that set up. That should be once I get this like break in, and I bet yoga's gonna be after that. And then I obviously haven't showered for quite enough time. Oh my god, do you know how great it's gonna be when I can afford a haircut? I mean, like it's gonna be like $10 plus you gotta tip them a little bit, but seriously, last time I had my haircut was by a high schooler who actually like kind of got me fired from substitute teaching because I had her do that in the bathroom. Whatever. Damn it, why'd I just... But I was like, I need a haircut. She's like, I'm gonna be a hairdresser someday. I'm like, you want to practice? And she didn't have anything better to do. And I was like a para that day. Anyway, so that was a long story. But she got my hair like up here, and right now, okay, it's in one of those clips, but it's like down to here. So it went from up here all the way like here to there. And yeah, I haven't cut it or anything. I totally want Gwyneth Paltrow hair from watch the movie Sliding Doors, and she cuts it kind of about 30 minutes into the movie. You should see it. It's totally cool. Love to afford it. Definitely can't do that on my own. But so that's another thing I should that I was saying I should broadcast was like with the Snapchat, Instagram. I got to get set up. I got Twitter set up. Maybe I should. I mean, it tweets when I go live on here, kind of like what I type or whatever. But I want to like tweet new posts, and that's why like I need to keep working every day. I need to post on that website and keep that blog running, keep the reviews running, keep the book stuff going. I need to be reading. I can be like, we can have some coffee talk over that later in the day to stay positive about reviewing the book and keeping me up with the blogging for books. Keep those books rolling in. Hell, maybe if they come in, I could sell the books, because I mean, they're really nice. And I don't have one at hand. Actually, I have one sitting outside, which I shouldn't do because sometimes they get rained on. But I want to resell them. Resell. I didn't even buy them. They give them to me for free. But I mean, they're like, they say that MSRP or the sale price is like $20. So it's like, there's ways to do that. Cannot call myself a dummy, because you gotta have the patience to learn the website, the way to do that, and all that jazz. So, what if? Okay, so this is where I fall behind my schedule, because then I start saying the same thing over and over again, because I forget what I've said or what I planned or what to do. That's why it's normally like typed out on a really cool like visual map. Then it's just like, now I'm tired. It took me all the time to plan it, and I don't actually do it. So we'll say now the new schedule is 9:30. So in just a couple minutes, I've got to get up and get moving and get to flipping this house. So get the trash ready for tomorrow and get everything ready to be like vacuumed and mopped. But I can do that later, because then it's about time. I got to get my ass outside and get my 20 minutes of trying to mow that darn lawn, because I mean, it is hard. It is hard. But if I do it every day, eventually, and like, it's so easy to do once it gets cut. It just has to stay cut. But yeah, that will cause me to be so mad and just so that yoga will be great. And then perfect timing. That means I come back on here for yoga. I'll be outside. Do it with me. And that's when that sun starts to creep on the deck. So it's always about like, that'll be like in an hour and a half. Actually it needs to be about an hour and a half, because I'll need to like do that and be on that for, at least an hour minimum. And then I like, at the end you have that corpse pose and you meditate and stuff. It looks like I'm sleeping and I'm dead, but I'm not. I'm like totally listening to God and just like, clearing the head and letting the body repair and recoup. But then I gotta get the protein shake in. I gotta get the shower in. I'm running off of less than 5 hours of sleep. That is about the time when I should be like by day 1 done, and then my 1 day turning into 2 days, wake up and have like that workout number 2 in, which is the fun one that we can have and broadcast together with. I really had a good spot for it in place. I gotta get this place cleaned up. But yeah, so my appointment will lead into me having to see about walking to get, I have some prescriptions, so, and it's totally for preventing, I guess, bad dreams, PTSD related material, Wellbutrin, what is, but, so, I'll have to walk to Sam's to get that, which is a good, like, 2 miles away, and then another 2 miles home. And then I will have to keep flipping the house, work on the garage and the basement and the cat stuff. And then even though this lady will be home, hopefully she won't hear me. Then you get some like white noise generator, which I know a lot of like psychology offices have, and they put it outside the door so that way like people can't hear, private conversations that are with the therapist. But I mean, obviously not the same situation, but then she wouldn't be able to hear me, but you still need to be able to hear me. So maybe hopefully the headset works better, and we'll work for that. But I'll have like the fan on high and still hope like she doesn't hear me. I don't know. Oh, and I thought like at the end of the day it'd be great to have, like I can broadcast TV shows and everything. They don't let you do that. Like YouTube doesn't let you do that. It's copyrighted. I tried that with Dr. Oz one morning. Might try it again, but understand I'll get in trouble with YouTube, but maybe not here because it's live. What are they gonna do? Anyway. So yeah, 1 minute left until to be on schedule, my new schedule, that I have to get up and start cleaning. I have to get off here. So, be my fan. I'm going to get on here once I'm off, and then back on. And before I broadcast again, I will fan all my fans each time. Thanks for those who shared moments. Thanks for compliments. And, let's stick to the schedule. Like, I believe it was the America person. Was it Captain America? I don't know, somebody pretty cool. It was like, you need a schedule. So, yeah. Stick to the schedule. 11 o'clock, power yoga. It's on. Have your mat out. Join me. Let's hope the bugs stay away. And we've got that going on till like at least 12:30. So, cool. We will consider this morning something has been accomplished. We will consider this. And help me out. Just stick with, alright, then I gotta like translate stuff into like something like more of a tangible thing, like the website and the different social accounts and the social media. And I need to get a job that actually pays money. How am I going to have this be a job? I don't want to be a bus driver. That's scary with kids. Kids' lives. I want to be party yogi. Don't steal my business idea. If you have a better idea too, maybe that idea sucks. No, it doesn't. Stop doubting myself. Okay. Schedule time. Cleaning. Thanks for tuning in. Fan me. Fan you. Love you. Okay, seriously, that's another thing about this challenge, is that, damn it. Ew, I look really bad in this lighting. This is, oopsies. And it like has to adjust. Okay. And I don't like normal light. So it's either like the bright light or no lights. I don't like indoor lights. That broadcasting as much as possible. It's a goal. And yes, I might be overexposing myself. No, that's one of the things that they say not to do if you want to have like your own, online business or whatever. I don't care. I'm done listening to that garbage. I'm just gonna do stuff that I think will work. And I'm gonna listen to you. But I'm gonna stop doubting myself. And I have a feeling like the broadcasting, they actually say the more you broadcast, the more likely you are to obviously become partners. So if I'm ever boring you and you want to tune out, sticking to the schedule will be sweet, because then you'll know, okay, this is a boring time, I don't want to tune in, but this is when I do want to tune in, instead of like losing you forever due to a boring part that you didn't want to watch, because it's going to be kind of dynamic, kind of different. So Yoga 11, I'm going to have to end this now, or else I'm going to be on here talking the same thing over and over again. And the day will be shot. I can't do that because now the challenge is definitely started. So it's got to be good. And it is. And thank you so much for having it be good so far. Getting this stuff done. Alright. You go get some stuff done if you need to. But if you can be back in less than 90 minutes, I will be on with yoga. Hopefully all the trash will be ready to go for tomorrow. And everything put up. Alright, love you. Thanks again.